How you doing, folks? Next commentary would be a film that I love, a film that I pretty much adore. Uh, from the early 2000s, from 2000, the film Final Destination will be my next commentary. Thank you, everyone who's watching. I hope you're having a ball. I hope you enjoy my content, and I hope I can bring you much more, in the future. Um, Final Destination is a favorite of mine. Loved it when I was a kid. Still love it. Always. So, let's click play. I'm clicking play. Got a nice musical score coming up. And our director, James Wong, who did a lot of other films. Starring Devon Sawa, L.A. Larder as Clear Rivers, and a cameo of Tony Todd, our beloved Candyman, which is what's not to love about that. I mean, Sean William Scott, Stifler, right? You know, what's not to love about Stifler, right? Amanda Detmer, who's our character Terry Chaney, who's kind of dating the bully, the jock. Kristen Cloak, our teacher, Valerie Luton. Chad Danella as Todd Wagner, the kid who hangs himself in the shower by accident. So yeah, Final Destination is a classic at this point. A timeless classic that has aged very well. I don't see any flaws with the damn film. I still enjoy it. It's still, I don't want to say it scares the hell out of me, but there is that part of me in my mind that wonders, whoa, could this shit really, happen? Could this shit really be going on? It's just like a bad curse that just, you know, death is coming for people, and it's almost done in like a slasher way, but it's not a slasher. It's done in a slasher way where people die off one by one. That's what it is. Again, I like Devon Sawa. I saw him recently in the Chucky series. Ready to get on the airplane, go on his trip. What's interesting about the beginning of this film, what makes it so unique, and it is a unique film. It's one of the most unique ones that I've ever seen. Think about it. What other film has done something like this? Nothing. And before our character, played by Devon Sawa, gets on the plane and goes to his trip, he sees all these, not visions, but he sees these signs, these clues, whether it being these weird clues, like whether it being the same song played by John Denver over and over, or an airplane fan just rotating, and weird, just, and this weird sort of darkness where he is. You could just feel it surrounding him, and the air that it's just like blowing in the air. You just feels it, you know. He hears voices. He sees things. The way he sees the number on the son of a. It's been a while since I saw the film, but he sees 180. That's right. He sees 180 on his clock, and then he sees 180 in the airport on the big flight schedule screen. So I thought that was a nice little touch that they added in there that makes it unique. There's so many little touches that made it unique. And Ali Larter, of course, great actress who we've seen in our resident. Was no, it wasn't. It wasn't. I mix her up with her all the time. Actually, we've seen her in. I mix her up with the girl from Resident Evil. Yeah, we've seen her in Final Destination 2, Obsessed. Oh, she was in Resident Evil. I was right. Resident Evil. Yep. So it is her. Um, House on Haunted Hill. So she was in a lot of other films. I enjoyed Devon Sawa and his friend who their back and forth dialogue. We got our jock. We've got our sort of quiet introvert. We've got our person who is close to the introvert, who's close to his parents, and um, hey, we got the damn Breakfast Club here. We got Stifler there too, so the way the departure numbers sort of like are flipping, and he sees them and he hears noises, and the way he just feels it with the way that things are going on around him. I find interesting the way he just like anything could happen around him. He feels it. These little clues, whether it being later on when his friend's about to die in the shower, and he's reading a newspaper, right? And he drops the newspaper, I think, and the newspaper goes into the fan and cuts some of the newspaper in the fan, and it gives him a warning. Again, it's been a while since I watched it, so I'm a little fuzzy on the details still, but I do remember this being a good movie. It's those little details that really count and bring this film to life and bring the character to life, and we have a good cast and the actors do their job well, and I can't say that it's cheesy because it's not. It's a good film. It's not your typical cheesy horror flick. It's a good, fun one. It was made well. It is a creepy film. And the funny dialogue between him and his friend. Let's go take a shit. Come on. I can't sit on that flight all that time. Let's go take a shit right now. And he hears the same song in a stall in the bathroom, and it's John Denver, Country Road. I know Devon Sawa was in another horror film. It was Idle Hands. That was the one. So Idle Hands is in the Chucky series. And this, actually, it'd be interesting to look up his filmography. There we go with the John Denver Rocky Mountain High. That's it. Yeah, Devon Sawa. He's done Final Destination 5, Extreme Dating. Don't know much about that, but of course our original Final Destination, The Exorcism of Molly Hartley, 2015. I do remember him in that one. SLC Punk with Matthew Lillard from 1998. He's also in that. He's in a lot of movies. Some I don't recognize. Idle Hands I do recognize as a classic horror film. Kind of a B movie. Casper. So he's definitely had a share in the horror genre. Just the atmosphere. You're really with the character as he feels like this. The way he gets on the plane, the baby's crying, something just does not feel right with the air, the way the air is blowing, it just... something doesn't feel right. And you're with him on this journey. You could feel the way the character feels and how he sees these different things that are not premonitions or visions, but things that are just little signs along the way, like the way that something breaks on the seat and he notices, and then he dreams about it and it breaks off and he shows his friend. And again, the way that his clock was 180. These little details, they matter in a film. They add to the creepiness. They add atmosphere. They make it effective. Our main character just being so observant of everything, and everyone else around him is just so gullible and they don't know what's going on, makes him a great lead. There's our Sean William Scott, Stifler. Who couldn't love Stifler? And Ellie Larder, she believes him. When he starts having these feelings and he expresses them, she believes him, you know? I'd get the fuck off the airplane too if I were any of them. I'd get the fuck out of there. Are you kidding me? And again, we got a really good musical score. It's very effective and powerful. I love the musical score to the film. And it's not trying too hard. Everyone's cheering on the plane, and Devon Sawa just got this bad feeling. Fuck that, man. No airplanes for me, man. Fuck that. You think that those little details don't matter in a film, but they do. Music matters. What's going on around him matters. These little details that he notices and picks up along the way, putting together like a puzzle. Just putting it together piece by piece. It's awesome. He saves lives even. It makes such a good film. a little bit hard to maybe take Sean William Scott seriously since he did the American Pie series for a while. And again, the way this is a vision, and it's in Devin's mind, and he's sleeping, and it's happening in his mind, but it looks so real. Did you ever have one of those dreams that it just feels so real? You open your eyes and you're, it's just it's adrenaline rushing. It's like, what the hell, man? That felt real. I've had some real dreams. I've had dreams where it was just like this, like, and that shit felt real. It just adds to the movie, and his acting is good. His acting is so good. Fucking guy's an asshole, man. Shut up. Trying to warn people on the plane. They're not fucking listening. He's the only one with a brain. That's the moral of the story. Again, Ellie Larder's character believes him. I think where it really gets intense is where this fight happens, and they're all against him, and then the fucking plane blows up right in the airport window explodes, shattering, and glass everywhere, and they just look. Their face is just covered in shock and just taken over. Sean William Scott. Sean's character is so funny. And, for a horror film, there's quite a bit of emotion when their parents come in and they're hugging them. You can tell in Alex's face that he's sad from seeing all these things. In a way, he blames himself, but it's not his fault. You know? This guy is such a prick. And they look at him as if he caused it, when all he did was save them. There it is, boom. Their faces. He warned you. He fucking warned you. He warned you. What do you got to say for yourself? He warned you, bitch. He's the hero. Again, they look at Devon Sawa like he's the villain. Just trying to save everybody. He gets no credit, you know, he gets no recognition for that. He saved a lot of lives. Are there any survivors? You saw the plane blow up. You're a survivor. Be thankful. Of course, the FBI coming in, played by. I recognize these two guys. They're in a lot of movies. Um, yeah, I recognize these agents. I do. Criminal investigation. Any criminal investigation that they're for what? For saving a life. It's bullshit. Yeah, no, I can't figure out these two agents or what their names are. He saw everything in his mind and he saved everybody. Then why'd you really get off the plane? Because he was fucking scared. God, give your badge back for being that fucking stupid. Yeah, you got a brother on the plane. The teacher is scared as fuck. Practically blames him. I don't know why the fuck you're blaming Devon Sawa. He didn't do shit. He saved your ass, but exactly. Ellie Larder, I saw and I heard Alex. It felt real. And here we go with the emotional bit, with the parents coming in and them all hugging their parents, and you can see that Ellie Larder is kind of the girl that has no parents, and it's kind of sad for the character. She's sitting there waiting for somebody, but they're not coming in. So fucking looking at Devon Sawa like he's a beast. Just pisses me off about this movie. Again, a very effective score. It goes from horror to emotional, just like that. It does it perfectly. And you could tell that Devon Sawa's character is sad, though. You could tell. He's sad. He didn't mean for this to happen. In a way, he feels responsible. He feels responsible because he saw it. And he could have prevented it. So he blames himself, but it's really not his fault. He did everything he could, man. He saved his whole class. Everybody else on the plane died, but at least he saved his whole class. I do like this bit here where we see Alex on the couch watching the news, the music and its sad flow. You could see tears in his eyes. He's looking out the window and he's paranoid, and the fucking street light, the street lights get blown away by the fucking lightning. Again, very intense. It's not a cheesy film. Sorry, my dogs are snoring. The way the thunder collapsed, and he sort of just, he's just paranoid, you know. But it's like anxiety. It's like I'm like that too. I'm very observant. I'm very anxiety driven. I notice things that other people don't. So in a way, I feel like Devon Sawa's character is pretty relatable in a way. Because there'll be a lot of times where I notice things and other people don't. So
39 days have passed since we lost our 39 loved ones, friends, teachers. As each day passes without a determining cause for the accident, we ask ourselves why. Ecclesiastes tells us, man no more knows his own time than fish taken in the fatal net, or birds
sorry.
trapped in the
I'm sorry.
snare. Like these, the children of men caught, and the time falls suddenly upon them. So, before we can heal, before we can escape the presence of death and time, we must mourn and celebrate theirs.
Again, the FBI agents are there. They're fucking. Everybody's so goddamn ungrateful that he saved lives. That's what makes this particular film so effective, compared to the sequels. Is that this one we had, the story just felt deeper than our sequels. Now, don't get me wrong. You know, Final Destination 2 is a fun popcorn ride. You know, the fucking the road rage, the the road sort of collision. That's a fun one. You know. Number 3 with the roller coaster, a lot of fun. I just feel like the first one is far more effective in the acting and the emotion and the story itself. The character Alex. He's still getting bullied by this prick. I control my life, not you. Then go jerk off. This is a funny line from Sean William Scott. Young man, you're gonna die at a very young age. Is that true? He's not a psychic. Hmm. The teacher's even mean to him. The teacher's a bitch, dude. The relationship he has with his friend is pretty effective. I've had relationships with friends like that, so very close, like brothers. The friend kind of reminds me of Jason Lee. That's the actor I'm thinking of. Jason Lee from Almost Famous. Yeah, Jason Lee. He has, it's like a young Jason Lee in a way. The way he says this speech and then dies right in his bathroom, hanging in the fucking shower, is just oof, effective. Done in a slasher style, people dying one by one in an organized way. Literally, there is a organized way that this has to go, and Devon Sawa's character later on feels like he can solve it, and he does. He knocks the hell out of it, man. We talk about scream queens. Well, Devon Sawa is a scream king, along with Justin Long. You know, along with other. Can't think of other ones that. Hold that thought. I'm gonna use the bathroom. Ugh. Sorry. Sorry. Apologies. Again, it's kind of funny how the teacher blames Devon Sawa's character, and the father of the best friend blames Devon Sawa's character for nothing. Like what? The FBI agents they have their head up so far up their ass they're not even paying attention to anything around them. They're sheep. They're not looking at their surroundings. They're not paying attention to what's going on around them. Just makes Devon Sawa so easy to root for because he's just so on the fucking money with everything. Just paying attention to everything. The kid has a brain. Again, the way the airplane is flying above him, I love that effect. When he's in his room and the fucking toy airplane is flying above it, that's cool. The effects were there's no it's not even the effects. It's just like the way this was done is so fucking genius. and so brilliant. This is one of the best horror films ever made. From the emotional music to horror music to the storyline to the character, just all of it. I really root for Devon Sawa's character. I feel bad for that character. I feel bad for Ailey Larder's character, who is lonely and has no parents. Wouldn't she have a dog? That's all I knew about. And I love my dogs, don't get me wrong. Sorry. Liquid's coming towards his feet. And again, he plugs in the radio, and what song is on? Rocky Mountain High. I'd get the fuck out of there right now. I'd be like, no, fuck this. Fuck this shit. Oh no, girlfriend. Again, this little detail, the fan cutting the paper up, the newspaper, and the paper that falls into Devon's lap, it says Todd on it. So Todd, being his friend, leaves him worried and concerned. Genius. Just so well written. And the way he slips and chokes in the tub, and again done in a slasher way. It is done in a slasher way when you think about it. It is not a slasher film in no way, but if you really wanted to, you could label it a slasher film. A slasher film, if you wanted to. I feel like you could, just because of the deaths and how they're all killed off one by one. It's, you could do it. I mean, what's stopping you? Also, kind of a, what I would like to call, survival horror. Really, survival horror for me. Like, you really couldn't reach the scissor. I think I maybe could have got those. I think even just, I guess maybe it was too slippery to stand up in the tub. Okay, I get that, but like, you're hanging. Yeah, I guess maybe there'd be no way out of that. I guess that would be pretty slippery. Because a tub can be pretty slippery. So I guess I do understand the realism on that. Again, and we got the FBI at the house, and they're gonna blame Devon Sawa now, and it's all his fault, and boo-hoo, and fuck. Idiots. They're blind. Sorry, I just got a message. Didn't you see it, says the father. Asshole. Why do you think he's there? Dick. There's no reason to look at him. Stop your looking. Go catch a rapist. Seriously, go catch a fucking rapist. Go catch a sex trafficker. Fuck you looking at him for? We got real jobs to do. Worried about some high school kid. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, him and Ellie Larder get closer. Definitely develop a thing for each other. Where we see her in the second one and him, he's not there. And she's kind of our lead in the second one, and she does a good job. So, a good final girl, actually. I could have added her to my list. Guess that would make her a final girl. She doesn't die. And you can see that Ellie Larder's character does some art. Sorry, am I bothering you? Sorry, Sparty. My dog is growling at me. I'm talking too much. Hey, come on, don't growl at me, Sparty. Hey. I know, I'm talking too much. I get it. Alright, yeah, no, I'll go to sleep in a minute here. It's okay. But yeah, no, Ellie Larder's character, you can see she's kind of an artist. Sparty, wanna come up? Sparty. Hey. Wanna come up? Come here, boy. Come on up. Come on up. Come here. Come on, you get me some views. Hey. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come up. Wanna come up? Wanna come up? Wanna come up? Come on up. Come on up, boy. Come on. Come here, you're okay. Come on. Wanna come up? Don't be a dick. Wanna come up? Hey. Yeah, I just always love this film. And here we're about to see our cameo from Tony Todd, who would also be in Hellfest and Hatchet. I love those films. Really do love Hellfest. Give Hellfest a shot. Obviously, Candyman. Talking about his other ones, though. Not Hellblazers, because it wasn't very good, but... Hey, Sparty. Hey! Hey, come here. Hey! Come here. Come on, let's go. Look at, hey, look at. Want a pillow? Do you want a pillow? Come on. Alright. Fine, be a dick. Yeah, his friend's dead body twitched, but it was actually a delayed reaction. Something like that. Here's Tony Todd making his appearance. Always loves to make an entrance, doesn't he? Always a creepy entrance. That's right, he was in The Crow. I forgot about The Crow. He was in The Crow. Bunch of other films. Spry, come on up to. Come on. We're all just a mouse that a cat has by the tail. I love that line. The way he explains that is fairly creepy. And we see Tony Todd kind of giving him the torch to be the hero. But we also feel like Tony Todd is like our villain, like he's death himself. That's the way this film made it, like he's death. But he's also saying that you gotta learn to control it. I'm giving you the torch, you need to learn to control it. So he's like giving him that hope. So yeah, I just love Tony Todd. He's so brilliant. A really good actor. I don't think he doesn't get talked about enough. It's not like a premonition. It's like the universe gives him signals. It's like the universe is giving him signals, and he doesn't know what to do with it, and he trusts Ali Larter. So there's that. Death has a design, and this is where it gets interesting. He tries to fix that design, tries to break it, and he does, though. He really does. Just imagine if you were able to break something like that, but it would still catch up to you. So you can't mess with the pattern of life. You can't. Or death. You can't. It's not. Stifler's character getting ran over on the bike by this dick. Fucking idiot. This guy won't get the fuck over himself, man. Carter. That's right, Carter. That's the name of the character. Carter, you dick! You dick! I know this girl was in Saving Silverman, which is a funny one. Here's the infamous bus scene. She gets ran over on the road, just like 1, 2, 3. Boom! Oh shit! That's a lot of ketchup. Oh shit! Could have gone on a hot dog. Come on. Claire, that's the character name. I forget. I forget the character's name. Does this girl even have parents? It's like through the entire film we've seen Devon Sawa with parents. We've seen his friend with parents. We see all their parents come in. We don't see Ellie Lara's parents or know anything about her parents. Does she even have parents? Does she live alone? I'd like to know. They never really cleared that up, so. Leak combustible fluids. But that's not the case. Or is it? Here we got Devon Sawa putting his brain to work. He's so easy to root for. I love rooting for this character. He's likable. It's just such a great, I don't want to say final guy, just a great lead. The way he's solving it. He's going with his own instincts, man. Because it's what he feels. Nobody believes him. They're being dicks. I don't have any water left here, do I? Let's see here. Oh shit, it's wet. Damn it. Sorry, my phone's wet. Here we've got the teacher. The teacher is freaked out in her home. Yeah, and blaming Devon Sawa is just stupid. How long has he been your student? Oh, that's right there. Okay. I love the way he talks to these FBI agents, though. Like the way he just explains to them Then the FBI agent says to the other FBI agent, he's like, there were times when I almost believed him. And then the other one says to him, you know what? Sometimes you give me the creeps. Because they were talking about how Devon Sawa's character gives them the creeps. So that was a funny little touch. Some funny bits of dialogue there.
Miss Lucas is next. Next, yes.
I got it. I just got it. Yeah, no, this FBI agent here was in U.S. Marshals with Tommy Lee Jones, I believe. And The Fugitive, I believe, too. So he was an FBI agent. He's in a lot of stuff. It's just like he's one of those older faces that you forget. Here we have the teacher in her home alone, being very oblivious and, of course, blaming Devon Sawa for everything, even though he's done fucking nothing wrong. There we go. Rocky Mountain High, Rocky Mountain High, you're about to die. Okay. You tell him, girl. That's right, Devin. That's right, 6 lives he saved. You go, girl. Sorry. There's a pattern for you. There's a pattern for you. There's a design for everybody. That I love that fucking line. I love that line. I love that line. Their faces when he says it, just like they start to almost believe him. Creepiness and the darkness and the fucking teapot. Teacher sees the darkness in the teapot behind her, but there's nothing there. Nice little touch. We could also do without that. We don't need little visuals like that, like the darkness, and just have the wind blow. You know, get some fans. Get a bunch of fans, put them in the room, have them blow, get some airflow, and make it creepy and weird. So it feels like there's like a weird air. You don't need to keep doing with the fucking darkness effect. Okay? Not with the liquid on the floor either. It was pointless. That's one of my only criticisms. Under suspicion of what? He didn't do anything. Thank him for saving a fucking life and move on. Yeah, his friends are dying. Give the kid a break. Again, a good line. Nobody has control over lives unless they are taking lives and causing death. Pretty good line. The dialogue is really good. I can't control that unless I'm here. Okay, go ahead. And they let him go. They actually fucking buy it and they let him go. I love it. Here we go with this line here. There were times when I almost believed him. You know, sometimes you give me the creeps. I love it. To have the dialogue on top of the creepiness, it's perfect. The dialogue delivery in this fucking movie. Moving away is not going to help you. She thinks that moving away will help. You can't escape death. You got to figure out the pattern. Oh, it's an interesting concept itself. I mean, like, what would you do? Or what would I do? Or what would anybody do differently? How would you handle this situation, you know? Survival. It's survival horror. Oh, some shit is about to blow the fuck up, motherfucker. Some liquid. Hey, Sparrow, wanna come up? This is her biggest problem, is that she grabs a cloth, and the cloth is on the fucking knife rack, and the knife rack tips over, and the knife slides out and cuts her, slices her. So I can't say that her brain was in the best spot. He warned you. He warned you, motherfucker. He warned you. And now he's coming to save your ass again. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Ooh, boom. Ouch. That's gotta hurt. Fucking. Just when she thinks she's been through enough, the fucking knife. That's bad. That's really bad. Hey, shut up over there. Or come cuddle. My dogs hate me, so. Again, you're holding the knife. Dude, he's holding the fucking knife. Put the goddamn knife down. This is what I mean. Couldn't he have just used use a napkin to get his fingerprints? I love this scene. The explosion, Devon Sawa's character running out, Sean William Scott being there. The way he just dives with the music. I love it. People don't understand that the music matters. You need to have a suspenseful score. You need to have a suspenseful fucking plot. This is suspenseful. Nobody believes the kid. It's so sad. I feel for the kid. Here's this fucking jock dick. Don't pick on Stifler. Come on. Oh yeah, he lost his girlfriend. That's right. She was the one who was hit by the bus. The jock. The jock's girlfriend. Drive the speed limit, okay? Don't pass. The dialogue. Hey, you're next. I just got a vision. You're next. Why? What do you say that, man? Because if you talking again, I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you, and you're next. That's funny. uh, I love the line delivery. That's a funny line delivery between the two. If you talk next, I'm gonna kill you. Oh God, I'm breathing. I look like I'm giving a blowjob now. Sorry, sorry. No, I'm watching the movie. Ellie Larder's father got his head blown off. Holy shit. I'm- This movie moves at a fairly quick pace that's reasonable. Like you can't get bored to it. You can't. You can't get bored to it. It moves at a fairly quick pace, and when it does move, it's fun. There's I can't say that it's a gory film. It's not gory like the other ones, like the sequels. It's not gory like Part 2 or 3 with the road collision. It's not like that, but it's such a fun film, you know. If you're just like a I don't know if I want to say sci-fi nerd. I guess maybe that's the proper. But if you're a fan of horror, it's a great fucking movie for this time period. And the acting was really solid for this time period. Like this is top-notch acting for this time period. For this cast, it was well done. Mark my words, for this time period, it was good. Gonna take a little bathroom break, so just bear with me. Sorry again. I gotta piss. Don't be a dick. All right. Sorry, folks. Apologize. I'm sorry. I know what you're thinking. I'm too lazy to cut. Yeah, no, I don't really hold back. I don't lie. So I had to pee. So, pressing play. We're in the car. Carter's freaking out. I'm in control of my life, not you. Tell me I'm gonna get to see the Jets win the Super Bowl. Funny. I knew it. I knew I should have felt up Tammy in the pool that time. He doesn't have control over you. What? Dude, just drive and shut up. This guy's just a dick, man. Driving all over the road, looking for reasons to die. And what does Devin Sawa do? Out of the goodness of his heart, he fucking saves him. Again, our comedic relief, Sean William Scott, is cracking me the fuck up in this role. don't don't prove how big your balls are, not now. Dude, just drive the fucking car. What the fuck? It's really Sean William Scott who sells the scene, isn't it? He's a good actor, though. You know, The Rundown. He was in Evolution with David Duchovny. Um, American Pie, which, what's not to love about American Pie? Goon. What else was Sean William Scott in? Cop Out. What other kind? Road Trip. That's right. Road Trip. Was it Euro Trip? It was Road Trip, right? Yeah. It was he was in a few college. It's good to have a comedic person in a horror film though. You got your comedic relief, you have your idiot in the car who wants to die. Then you got Devin Sawa who wants to save everybody. And then you got Ellie Lauder who's just trying to look out for everybody. So you got all your different characters. You got the fucking Breakfast Club here. Yeah, the car's not going to open, dipshit. What did you think was going to happen? And Devin Sawa still coming to the rescue, being the man. Respect the hell out of this character. And he gets him out, he does. And he asked for that. Like, what the, dude? And that looked close. That shot there, that looked close. You could just tell right now at this point that Devon Sawa's character is less scared and more embracing. He's embracing his ability, sort of psychic ability, you could say. He's embracing it. He's trying to protect the people that he cares about. This is a funny shot. So we got the train running over a plate, and the plate fucking slings and chops off Sean Williams Scott's head. Which I thought maybe he'd be in the film a little bit longer than that. I think this is definitely one of his first films, but that's the design. You should be dead. What are you, the fucking devil? The way he just becomes obsessed with this. If he intervenes, he changes the design. And he's becoming obsessed completely. You know, you could definitely tell along the way too that Carter and Devon Sawa's character Alex start to bond and they form a friendship. Even by the end, you know, they're drinking beers in fucking, what is it, France? They're drinking beers in France together. I mean, even then, Devon Sawa saves his life. I mean, and Devon Sawa's got the room all rigged up. He's got ropes tied in places that should be tape. He's got taped up to the fucking wall and taped around fucking lamps and fucking shit. He's like ready to go, man. He's like our final guy. That's cool. But they don't make movies like this anymore, not at all. They really don't. We can't have a cool guy who's the final guy. Just getting his hands dirty and using his brain, being a good horror, a good horror lead to vouch for, to want, you want to see him win, and you want to see him, you know, achieve the idea. You want to see him beat this design. He swears he could do it, and he's really doing it. He's got his fucking house rigged to the fucking core with tape and rope and just ready for battle with it. Funny to think of the idea. It's an interesting concept to think that he's waiting for something. He's waiting for death to come get him, because death isn't a person. It's like done again. It's done like a slasher film, like a Freddy movie. The way he's rigged the room, like Nancy did in the movie. She rigged the room for Freddy. She did. I remember that. It's like that, and he's just waiting for death. It's just a really interesting. It's an interesting concept. Nice one. I got you, you fuck. I love this line. You tried to capitalize, but I caught you. You fuck. And a nice shot of the lightning. So cool. Very cool. Again, I feel bad for Ali Larter's character. She doesn't really have parents. Seems like it looked like somebody was outside, but I think they're the FBI agents. And she does a good job in this role. Very good.
She was in. What are you talking about?
I'm not turning him in. Too dangerous for him up there. I'll go with you.
You can't. Will you just tell us where he is? Wait at home, I give you my word that we will bring him in safely, protective custody.
Again, Devin's ready to go, man. He's prepared for battle.
Never moved. I was asking to change seats, but I never moved. I would have been up next to Todd. Why did I remember that? I never moved because he was in front of me.
Like death is a slasher itself. Interesting concept, as if death is a slasher itself. Funny enough, Tony Todd being in both films, we thought he was death. And with the new Final Destination coming out, Final Destination Bloodlines, we'll probably find out that he is death, because they'll probably do some weird thing with that. I'd rather it just were different. I'd rather it were subtle. Keep some subtlety to where it's still mysterious. Again, with the electricity zapping outside and the cops chasing Devon Sawa's character and Ellie trying to fix the situation, it's just really intense. It's an intense movie, and we have no choice but to root for Devon Sawa's character, you know? I mean, because he does do a good job in this one. He does a great job in this film. Maybe we'll see him in Final Destination Bloodlines. Maybe we'll see him in the newer one. Maybe he could have a role. Because I heard that Final Destination Bloodlines was going to take place on a ship, on a cruise ship, actually. So what we could do is we could have a cruise ship sinking, maybe, and there's like lots of like electricity around and zapping around, and people are like trying to fight for their lives and drowning and shit. Maybe there's sharks in the water that get in the boat, and we can when we've got Devon Sawa's character. Maybe he is on the boat and he's like a survivalist, like a survivalist junkie, who has literally rigged his life to the fucking core, and has collected all these first aid kits and got this shit together. And it'd be a cool idea if, for Bloodlines, for Final Destination, the new one, we could have Devon Sawa as our lead, protecting people and our hero. Because it'd be a great idea. I wouldn't throw that idea away. I really wouldn't. Devon Sawa is a great lead. He's believable. I believe his actions. I believe his presence. I believe the tears in his eyes when he's sad. I believe that he wants to help people. I feel bad when he's targeted by the fucking FBI and they're fucking chasing him when he saved everybody. He saved all of his classmates. A good lead. I don't understand. I'm excited for the new Final Destination. Maybe they could do something interesting with it, but again, my idea sounds better, don't you think? Come on, my idea sounds better as Devon Sawa as our lead, who's a survivalist junkie and can get people off the boat safely. It'd be a good idea. It would. You could do it like Poseidon, you know, which is also a good movie with, you know, Kurt Russell. And what's the girl from Shameless? She was into what's her fucking name? Emmy Rossum. She was in Poseidon. If you could do a Final Destination like Poseidon, it'd be cool. Actually add a good character. Not just people dying. Add a lead. Not a lame fucking person. Not one lame fucking person. Add a good lead. Devon Sawa. Or a good lead. Allie Larder. A good female lead. And a good male lead. Both male and female good leads. I have nothing against either. Black, white, Chinese, Mexican, who gives a shit? I just want a good fucking lead. A good movie. Just once. Come up with a good idea for once. Things don't... They're not the same. We need another Final Destination film. We do. We need another one. You have a perfect opportunity. Devon Sawa was just in the Chucky film, in the Chucky series. He was just there. Cast him in the Final Destination in the last movie, and we can get him as a survivalist junkie because nothing said that he. There was something that said he died, isn't there? Or maybe he didn't die. Maybe they could twist that and do something creative with it. Who knows? Either way, they'll probably piss it. They'll piss it all away. They'll piss it all away. So, but I love the first film. I love Final Destination 2. I love Final Destination 3. I can watch the other ones for how fun they are. This one's definitely the best one, though. I do think that it's the best one. Very effective, and Allie Larder and Devon Sawa are believable, and the whole group of friends are believable. It's just it was one of my favorite films growing up, and definitely has that slasher feel. Definitely like a slasher feel. Sort of if you mixed I Know What You Did Last Summer with Candyman and Scream, and then you did not have a particular villain but just like death, like it's kind of like that. It's like those three, not mixed, but it is like those three. But yeah, those are my thoughts on the film. That's my commentary. Thank you for watching. And yeah, thank you for watching my commentary on Final Destination. Let me know what your thoughts are, you know?